All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship, as we are now jumping into game number 4 between Cure and Hydra. And Hydra is 2-1 up.
Correct. He's one game away from qualifying to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. But Cure can pull it around. He's more than capable to do so. He's one of the better Terran players that have made their mark on the scene in 2014. But it is Root Hydra who leads this series currently.
All right, then, let's get into it. Game number 4, as we have spawning up to the northern position, it is Cure as our red Terran. And down at the bottom, it's our blue Zerg. It is Hydra. Hydra.
The winner of this is done for the day. The loser of this series must play against Snoot.
Tough times. Tough times. Since Snoot gave Fantasy a run for his money for so long during that series, neither of these really wants to have to play him. That's for sure. Although they were playing their game.
Especially not Cure.
Especially not Cure.
I mean, Cure is played in every qualifier today.
Yes.
Played in the American one, the Asian one, and now the European one. It is approaching the 24-hour mark of when the American qualifier begun, which at that time he played against San. He won 2-0. He then played against Intense. He won 2-0. He played against SOS. He won 2-1 before losing to Terminator in the quarterfinals to then take a couple of hours break to then go in again to the Asian qualifiers, where he didn't do too well. Beat Sorry 2-0, then lost versus Patience, who went on to qualify 0-2.
On the plus side, going out of that early, at least he got a bit of rest. That's one better way to look at it, but still, quite the endurance test to play these games in these tournament settings all day.
All right, so we have pretty standardized openings from both here. Just the Reaper expansion going to come out from Cure, and then we just have the hatchery first, spawn and pawn gas for Hydra, as we've seen throughout the day so far.
Reaper's going to be on the way. Second one's going to follow along, probably third even, potentially here, as Hydra sent his Overlord around the left-hand side to see if he could spot any kind of craziness going on down that way. He evidently couldn't, but he's probably anticipating this Reaper on the way, so this is why the 4 Zerglings, again, are popping out nice and quick.
Yeah, and he's going to need those to protect until the Queens are ready, to prevent any drones from dying.
They will get out. But at least the Queen will pop in just a little bit, so all is good for him in Hydra land.
Yeah, and Zergling speed is on its way. It will be ready once again just before that 6-minute mark.
Trying to harass the drones, but Hydra hasn't even needed to pull any of them anywhere. He's the timings work out pretty nicely for him on this map, as Reapers do get scratched and poked away at here. 60 health is quite nice, though, to be able to buffer against these small little bits of damage.
Just the third CC coming in for Cure, which is spotted very early on from Hydra.
Yeah. So the Overlord arrived at a really nice time and evaded any kind of idea of an earlier Marine if it were to have been a bit of a fake out from his opponent.
Yeah.
And a little bit of supply blocked here, actually, is Cure. I mean, he does get out of that now. It was just a few seconds.
Yeah, he's going to take his third hatchery now. 3 Queen opening from him, the more common of all the Queen openings. Then he'll get another one afterwards once he gets his third down. Get that creep spread going. Those lava injects being hit.
Now the Hellions are on the way. So, can he really do too much with this? As long as Hydra doesn't transition down there too quickly and gets his creep spread going nicely, and he should be totally fine, even adding on some extra creep tumors here.
Yeah, nice and fast layer.
Nope, very fast, yeah. Especially compared to what we saw in the previous series.
Yeah, Snoot definitely preferring to delay that.
Very big different change of styles, well, between the two at least, so yeah. We won't be seeing the same game out of Hydra as we would of Snoot.
So it looks like a 2-base spire opening with 3 guesses being taken. Maybe the 4th will get taken in a second as well, as more drones are being added on.
This army is looming around, trying to do a little bit of damage here and there. Can't get into creep tumors at the moment. Good focus fire as well here by Hydra. Straight onto the Hellions. He knows where the damage is really supposed to be at.
Yeah, and he's got energy here to transfuse for his queens. 2 transfuses available. And even a spine crawl to help out against this too.
Yeah, so this should be solidified pretty easily here. Cure, not as gun-ho with it. And didn't really want to risk too much there. But again, it was good control by Hydra. Really good focus fire. You never really want to be hitting Reapers in that situation. And he didn't. So
Cure's got to be careful that he does add turrets at the appropriate time, because he doesn't really know what this choice of build and strategy is from Hydra with this 2-base spire. And if he doesn't add on the turrets at the appropriate time, the Mutalist could do a lot of damage.
And he loses a queen or so there.
Yeah.
For his troubles, but manages to deal with that. The Lings are actually going to go on the counter. There's already one denying the command center from landing, and he lifts up the... Uh-oh.
Yeah, he lets them in.
Oh, no. He's got nothing in here. He's going to lose Stim. He's actually going to lose Stim. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
To rebuild a tech lab, 25 seconds, and to get the Stim going again.
I'm not sure why he went for mules there with those Lings, because they were just about to time out anyway. But oh well. There's 7 Mutalisks on the way now.
Yeah, turret timing is good. Just adding it on now.
Mm-hmm.
But the Stim sucks because he cannot really pressure anytime until that is done.
Yeah, that's a beautiful little pickup there for Hydra, who, considering is 2-1 up in this series, that early a little bit of an advantage. It does sting here for Cure, so he can take his 4th base on the left-hand side. Of course, there are the Hellions and the Reapers still alive, yes, but now he's got 20 Lings on the way. He's got his Baneling Nest on the way. The creep is stretching out pretty far, and the Mutalists will keep him back.
Had a very good game so far.
Yeah, really, really nice. So right now, Cure has got to book up his ideas. He's got 4 supply depots on the way because he's supply blocked. And the Mutalisks...
He might be a bit tired.
Yeah, maybe.
Really might starting to shine through a little bit here against Hydra.
Hydra's doing well. Very, very well. Even just the bounces of Glaive Worms, if they actually did any damage at all and denying the gas, it's pretty cool here. For
and then you've got 10 Banelings being morphed, a bunch of Zerglings being added on because his saturation is very good for these 3 bases, if not perfect. And he's just kind of building up an army. But look how far away Stim is. I mean, that's where it was when it got picked off.
Yeah.
It's miles away.
Would have been done by now.
Yeah, and that gives the freedom to 13 drone toward that 4th base.
Base entirely. Very, very fast.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful position for Hydra. He's going to have a fantastic economy, great creep spread. He can start his 2 upgrades straight away because he's going to have the right amount of resources to do so. Everything's going his way. There's been nothing that Cure can do to slow him down, which means that in a moment, Cure's going to have to fight on creep against a high amount of Banelings, a high amount of Mulus count, and he's going to be in trouble.
Mulus still trying to find small gaps, but missile turrets are in the right places. Cure's army is pretty strong, but Hydra's, once he ends up getting over the other side of the map, is going to be stronger. These Banelings kind of caught in a sucky position, actually.
Yeah, a little bit too far out for no reason, to be honest.
Yeah, so a few free kills here whilst they retreat away onto the creep.
Baneling speed ready.
Oh, they did a little hop when they actually started rolling.
If Cure fights this, I think he might lose absolutely everything.
Yeah, yeah. He's only seen a little portion of this army at the front. He separates a few of these Banelings off to try and do something. Sadly for Hydra, they didn't really do much, but he didn't see the extra Banelings morphing in as well.
Luckily, he didn't go on to creep there. I think he was in trouble. But nice clear up of creep tumors. 23 Banelings being morphed.
Mutalisks. Have to be careful. Losing my hotkeys and keep zooming in and out all the time, but Hydra now looking to intercept this army maybe. He sees some of the reinforcements, so can get those, and If he did get an engagement out in the middle of the field against this army, there's not actually enough medevacs to pick everything up. But he's going to stay home and play it safe. There's a medevac on left.
Cure is going to have 2-2 soon, so if he can slow his opponent down a little bit with these double drops, which that one didn't do anything.
No.
Maybe the other one can, but no. Bye-bye. He does have 2-2 for this next fight, though. Or he should have. It's only 10 seconds, 15 seconds out.
Yeah. But he's going up against the maxed Zerg, and with like 45 Banelings. Ah!
A max Zerg who's going to look for a sick fight and then a lot of reinforcements too. Yeah. Like he's got a lot of lava around, or will have once all these pop. A lot of money in the bank to reinforce with nothing but Zerglings.
This is looking really tough for Kyo. Really, really tough. Despite his 2-2 finishing and his +3 weapons starting instantly off the back of that. The Zerglings are going to go for the wraparound. That's a lot of Banelings flooding in from the right-hand side. Also Banelings coming in from the south, and he's going to get a lot of this crushed. He has no Widow Mines for this bio to retreat back to.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And 64 Banelings, 64 Zergling reinforcement.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to lose some of the medevacs. Oh, that really hurts. They're so much more expensive than just the bio alone.
And Hydra's going to sit outside his base and morph a bunch of Banelings and probably go again.
Yeah, just clean up this drop and then go. There's no really other threats aside from this drop on the field.
Yeah, nice play by Hydra. And this is all because Kuehl gave him that, or not really gave him it, but lost that stim so early on. It really hurt.
Yeah, really, really hurt. Loses that drop, and now, as we said, there's no threats. So once he gets all of these Zerglings up and running, how many Banelings does he have? 17 to his name. He can morph in a few more for good measure. This second wave here for Kyo cannot be moving out too far. Unless Widow Mines get miraculous connections, can't be moving out too far at all.
3 Widow Mine drop on the left, which has been spotted.
Oh, he can't be losing that either, really. That's a huge investment. They needed to do some damage. At least they did a little bit to the Mutalisks. Oh, that was all right. But it didn't kill anything, really. Maybe one Mutalisk, and that's it.
And they'll regenerate up and then go again.
And now he's maxed out. Across 8 gas geysers, and that can potentially be even more Banelings here. Oh, Kyo, you're moving out very, very far here, mate, without many... Oh, well, all right. Those Widow Mines didn't do too bad, but still, he basically just...
walked into Banelings.
Yeah, that was disastrous. Look how many Banelings there are left here. There's more Banelings than there are Marines. Oh, no. Oh, well...
That must be so disappointing for Kyo to come so far and have to play another series. Hydra qualifies!
Ta-da!
For the Intel Stream Masters World Championship along with Fantasy. Congratulations to Hydra. Sorry we couldn't look at all your games, but I know you were tired. But congratulations, it's 2 plays out of 3 now.
All right, and that means we go to our last final break.
Yeah.
And then when we're back, we have our final series to determine that last spot at Katowice. It's going to be Snoot going up against Kyo. Don't go anywhere.